It's the morning weather briefing. This is for Friday, November 29th, Black Friday. I'm James Spann. Alabama's weather still featuring some scattered light rain down across the southern counties this morning. That rain moves out by mid-morning, and after that will be dry for a while. The big story, it is the incoming cold air. Here's the upper air look across the country this morning. A big, deep trough carving out over the eastern states, and that will basically stay in place at least for the next 7 days, keeping temperatures here well below average. Check the radar this morning. That's the radar composite across the deep south. And a little light rain, quite frankly, lingering a little longer than we thought over the southern half of the state. North Alabama dry. But that rain in South Alabama should be out of here by mid to late morning. And after that, we'll be dry for the weekend and through at least the first couple of days of next week. It's a pretty dry pattern here. Temperatures are in the 30s for the northern part of the state. We note Haleyville below freezing. They got 31, Winfield 32. Most spots over North Alabama in the mid-30s, mid-40s for South Alabama with clouds and light rain. Now, the clouds will move out of South Alabama later today, and there's a freeze warning in effect for many of the southern counties of the state. And understand, everybody will see a freeze tonight. The Weather Service offices in Huntsville and Birmingham, they've stopped issuing freeze warnings because we've already had a freeze. But the Weather Service in Mobile, in that area, they've not had a widespread freeze yet. So, again, there's a freeze warning in effect for the southern counties of the state tonight and the northern part of Mobile and Baldwin counties. And those freeze warnings stretch all the way from Texas through the Gulf Coast over to the coast of the Carolinas. So there might be a rumble of thunder today over the Florida Peninsula, but no severe storms expected. Tomorrow, not a single thunderstorm across the contiguous United States, and the same thing on day 3, which is Sunday, as that cold air takes over. Cold air means stable air. Here's a look at rain for the next 7 days, and not much at all. There might be a touch of light rain toward maybe Wednesday night or Thursday of next week, but meaningful rain, probably not, and that's not necessarily a good thing because of this. If you missed it, this is the new Drought Monitor. This was released a little early this week. Typically, this comes out every Thursday. This was released on Wednesday. But we still got some spots with a D3 extreme drought. That's the little patches of red. And other places in a moderate to severe drought. And parts of Alabama just abnormally dry. For example, Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, abnormally dry. But whatever, we need rain still. But again, prospects are not looking good for the next really 7 to 10 days. So model fans, here we go. The GFS, this is the 06C run, valid today at 4, big trough in the east. The rain over South Alabama is gone. Here's the high-res HER, valid this evening at 6 o'clock. So again, for North Alabama, the sky partly to mostly sunny today. For South Alabama, rain ending this morning, some clearing this afternoon. And highs in the 40s for most of the state today. So tomorrow, Iron Bowl Saturday. Not a bad day. We're expecting low 50s in Tuscaloosa at kickoff, near 40 by the final whistle. Once the sun sets late in the game, temperatures will drop like a rock. But the sky partly to mostly sunny. And again, we start the day in the 20s in many areas. A freeze all the way down to near the Gulf Coast. Sunday, once again, dry. Start the day around freezing. The high will be in the 50s in most spots. And then Monday, a reinforcing shot of colder air comes in. Highs drop in the 40s for most of the state. We'll be down in the 20s Monday morning. And this is Tuesday, that big 1032 high is just north of us. And this will probably be the coldest morning. And this is when there could be some upper teens over North Alabama. And again, the high Tuesday in the 40s in most spots. And then Wednesday, a little feature approaches from the west, a little shortwave, and that might squeeze out a few sprinkles or patches of light rain, maybe Wednesday night. But again, with limited moisture, not expecting much with that. And then Thursday, that feature is on by. Most of the state dry, maybe a few isolated showers near the Gulf Coast. And a week from today, this is Friday, December the 6th, northwest flow aloft. And once again, we're cool and dry, with lows most likely around 40 and highs in the 50s. And then just after this, another reinforcing shot of colder air will likely come in for the weekend of December 7th through December 8th. Bottom line is we're expecting below average temperatures at least for the next week and probably beyond. This is the 10-day output. This is for Sunday, December 8th. Look at that cold vortex setting up over in New England, the northeast United States. That's cold. And again, for us, we're still dry. So again, the chance of meaningful rain for the next 10 days not looking good. However, there's hope out there toward mid-December we'll start to see a decent rain event. This is rain for Birmingham coming off the European ensemble. And the mean is about 1.5 inches. And this is valid through the 14th of December. And the better chance of meaningful rain out there in the December 10th through 14th range. So we'll see if we can pick something up there. Temperatures coming off the NBM National Blend of Models. This is for Birmingham. 47 for the high today. And then we see low and mid-50s for the weekend. That 54 Sunday will feel pretty good, but then notice highs go right back in the middle 40s on Monday and Tuesday with a secondary shot of colder air. And the coldest morning on the board there is Tuesday morning with 24. And that's when some of the colder pockets might see upper teens. Then we bounce back in the 50s for the latter half of next week. But again, there's no evidence of us getting in the 60s anytime soon. The latest long-range guidance. This is for December 6th through December 12th. Temperatures near average where we are. Below average up in the northeast. Above average out west. So you're in Gatlinburg. Had a good meal. You come out to the parking lot and you see this guy. All right. Wow. And again, these bears have been around Gatlinburg as long as I've been alive. But this guy apparently was looking for his car or something there, probably looking for food, but that video was taken night before last. Wow. So what is going on here? This was yesterday up in northwest Alabama. The sky cleared. We had some lingering cirrus clouds. Cirrus clouds are about 25,000 feet off the ground. It's way below freezing up there. Those are ice crystals. And they can create some pretty cool effects. That is a sun dog. Most of you weather weenies know that. But for the areas over the Tennessee Valley, the sunset Thanksgiving night was just gorgeous. That was up on Wheeler Lake on the Tennessee River. Down south, pretty good-looking sunset. That was over Mobile Bay. I want to say that's at the Grand Hotel, maybe, down at Point Clear, but whatever. Looking good there. And the Gulf Coast wound up with a nice sunset last night. And I say all the time, this is a good time to be there. Crowds are thin, typically not as cold on the Gulf Coast as it is farther inland, but just some great scenes on the Gulf Coast there last night. So again, we are on a holiday schedule today, which means we'll just do one of these videos. If you're new here, we typically do these twice a day, once in the morning about 5:15, in the afternoon about 2:45. We simulcast them live on my YouTube channel and my Facebook page. But again, when we go on the holiday schedule, just one. So one video today. We'll be back to the two-a-days on Monday. But I will be working the TV shift this evening, and we do not have any early evening newscast because we have a football triple header today on ABC 3340. So we will have a 10 o'clock newscast tonight, but no early evening newscast. So hopefully we'll see you then. Hope you have a marvelous rest of the Thanksgiving weekend. Thanks for watching, and God bless.